So it is Friday night, and I am waiting for my steak to rest. And before, as I was cooking the steak, I opened up an Alsatian Riesling 2014. I can't pronounce this thing though. Domain Schifferkorf 2014. It's from Alsace. Riesling, I think it's from a specific Lute de Berg, so I think it's from the place of Berg in Alsace. I forget exactly. I think Alsace has something like 51 specific vineyards, if I remember my education correctly. But how does it taste? Really, at the end of the day, aged, white. It smells like it's going to be butterscotch all day, and it smells amazing. It has a little bit of a funk to it. Dried confit lemon, and like dried orange mandarin peel, pith, lemon pith. Maybe even a little caramel smell. It's got an amazing smell, but there's no sweetness. This thing is bone dry and tastes funky. But I absolutely love it. And yeah, there's not an ounce of sweetness in this thing. And that's pretty typical of Alsatian Rieslings. More the Rieslings with some residual sugar come a little bit more towards Germany, but the most serious Rieslings in the world, well, there's some amazing ones that have a lot of sugar, dessert wines, but most are dry. So, but this is pretty stellar, and I bought a bunch of this. I don't know if it was exactly this bottle, but I bought a bunch of 2013 to 2014 aged Alsatian Rieslings, and they're aging so well. I was a little nervous they weren't aged enough, but this is so perfect right this moment. And I'm glad I opened it to check it out. So, what's the red wine with steak tonight? So this is Chateau Haute Bauge Liberal from Pauillac, 2022. So it's a baby. I don't remember if 2022 is a great vintage out of the left bank. And there's nothing on the back here that's telling me the varietal. So it's 13.5%. That is pretty low. So was it maybe a slightly less ripe vintage? I do really like Pauillac, the region in the left bank, typically very powerful, structured Bordeaux red wine. I don't know what I paid for this, so I'm going to try today to discern quality and cost. Now, they're not always related. Sometimes you pay a tax, a first growth tax, a second growth tax, something being well known, or a high rating tax, I call it. But I just want to see what I would discern this as quality, and then I'm going to guess the price. I don't know. I know what I typically spend on wine, but we'll see where this falls. So it's been decanting for a little bit, so that's good. Smells like Bordeaux, but it does have a ripeness to the aroma. So blackberry and cassis, some cedar. There's a touch of the tiniest hit of Brettanomyces. I opened up a wine a week ago that had so much bread it was undrinkable, right down the drain. It was spoiled. It was infected with Brett. This has the slightest bit. Very, very, very slight. There's a little bit of like there's definitely a minerality smell in here, without a doubt. So, tannins are shockingly not harsh. I'll say medium plus tannin, but it's between medium and medium plus. There's no something in there, but it's medium plus. Good acidity, medium plus acidity, medium to medium plus acidity. The intensity is high. The aroma is high. It's a quality wine. So, regardless of cost, this is quality. This tastes like quality. It tastes good. It's going to go great with steak. I'm not in a ballpark for cost yet, and I definitely think this has something in the 60 to 70% cab, so not super high, and then Merlot and some other things softening it. This has a slightly softer taste, and things like the tannins aren't overly harsh, but a little bit refined and not as harsh for a very, very young Bordeaux. There's some earthiness for sure. I just got a little bit of green pepper, but very little. It's good wine. It's good. It's good. Would I want a case of this? Probably not, but I would buy this again for sure. This is very good. And it really depends on how much it costs if I would buy more, but it also tastes stronger than 13.5. There's some power in here, but it's not overbearing. This is good food wine. Good on its own wine. Good just pair with cheese wine. Good pairing with cured meats type of wine. Really good. Right now it's a 4 out of 5. Could evolve even more, become a 4.5. I'm giving it a 4. Very much Bordeaux, though. Very much Bordeaux, which is not a bad thing. It's being what it's supposed to be, which I like. So that's going to decant really well. See, I could tell that that's going to decant well. It's going to age really well, too. I think I only have 1 or 2. So what would I think the cost? What did I pay? Or what is this retail for? I'm going to guess this retails for, I'm just going to, a round number. I'm not going to go 45. I was going to say 45, but that's ridiculous. How about just round up to 50? I'll say, yeah, this tastes like $50 Bordeaux. Yeah, comfortable saying that. From Pauillac as well. Yeah. I think it tastes like that. I don't know what it costs yet. Next time I do another video, I'll expose the actual cost. I'm sure I paid less. Typically, that's what happens, but I want to see what it's typically out there for. What I paid is almost irrelevant, but that's what we'll go with. Something with aged wine that I think is a theme and why I like them. I think people ask me, they taste some of the aged wines, like, how do you even drink that? That doesn't even taste that appealing. And I say, I just love it. I crave it. I think it's because I crave certain things that are aged. I do like some cigars that have aged tobacco, I've realized. I didn't know that. I am not a cigar aficionado, but I've realized I do like some of the flavors that come out of a cigar that has some more aged tobacco. That's probably on the lesser scale. Dry aged steak, absolutely my be-all end-all of steak. I want dry aged, and that is by far one of my favorite way of having steak. So I absolutely love dry aged steaks. I love a cured ham, prosciutto. I love the cured Iberico pork. That's probably my favorite. Iberico de Bolota, that stuff, so expensive, but God, I love that stuff, and it goes so good with red wine. Talk about a perfect red wine pairing. That stuff, Iberico de Bolota. And what other things do I like? Aged cheeses, just not over-aged cheeses, but I like an aged goat cheese. I like an aged Gouda, not over-aged. I like some aged Parmesan. You know, I like 2-year-old Parmesan. I don't really like the younger Parmesan. I do like things more aged. It gives a more of a refined taste to me, and maybe that is where it comes with this aged white. I don't know. I'm just drawing the parallel, and it could be why. So, all right, 2 good wines. I'm gonna go enjoy my steak now, see how this wine evolves, see if I got right on the cost. Almost right at the 10-minute mark, which is a perfect amount of time to rest this steak. Have a good night and have a good weekend.